cheering, clapping, and any other fucking barnyard animal noise you want to make. Start now, and please give it up for the wonderful Miss Danielle. What?
Oh, thank you, Portsmouth. I'm so excited to be here because I was born in Nottingham, but I grew up in Fareham. Yeah, who knows Fareham? And I went to sixth form college in Gosport. Oh, less for Gosport. And I got fingered in the Wedgwood rooms. It's like a homecoming for me, being on Albert Road. I'm so excited to be here. Also, I really like it when you're a female and you come and do a gig and the compere goes, "Who's a misogynist?" just before you come out on stage. It's like at the Oscars if someone had gone, "Hey, who's a racist? It's Chris Rock!" Sort of a bit like that, but not like that. So no, it's going to be really good to be here. Now, before I start, the other thing, so I am a proper Portsmouth girl. Give me a cheer from Portsmouth. That's only half of the audience. The other half, do you hate Portsmouth? Yeah. Oh, so very strong. Where are you from? Are you from Southampton? No, he's not gonna say, is he? Be set on fire. Who's from North London? Well, this is quite a commute. Do you have friends in Portsmouth? Yeah, that's fine. I love Portsmouth. Like, Portsmouth means so much to me. It's where I grew up. It's where I had my first sexual experiences. I didn't have sex whilst I was living in Portsmouth. I'll get on to my proper set in a minute, but I feel like I have to tell you this now, having said that I got fingered for the first time at the Wedgwood rooms, which is true. I went to university in Cardiff, and yay, I'm just all over the place. And when I left university at the age of 22, I didn't lose my virginity till I was 22, right? That's what growing up in Portsmouth does for you. Well, by the time I left university at 22, the nearest I'd got to having sex with someone was wanking a man into a bin. Yeah, wanking a man. And I don't talk about it on stage anymore, because I used to come out and go, I used to be doing a bit of material, and I'd come out and go, the first time when I was 22, the nearest I got to having sex was wanking a man into a bin, who's been there, thinking it was like universal material, thinking it was like Michael McIntyre with his man drawer. No one else had ever wanked a man into a bin. I was talking to an audience, I was comparing, and like this man in the front row, like the only time I've ever connected with an audience over this material, a man in the front row put his hand up, and I went, "Oh wow, have you been wanked into a bin?" And he said, "No." You're laughing like he has been wanked into a bin. I said, "Have you been wanked into a bin?" He went, "No, but I have wanked another man into the ashtray of a Peugeot." So that's my universal material. But so I've never done a club set. I'm really excited about doing it. I've never done a gig in Portsmouth. Though, also, and then I'll get onto my proper stuff in a minute, I really like the fact you're talking about Monopoly, because my favourite thing about Portsmouth, has anybody got the Portsmouth Monopoly board? So, right, Portsmouth has got loads of amazing things going on for it. Right, the birthplace of Charles Dickens is in Portsmouth. Now, you would think that would be on the Monopoly board, but the Park Lane, it's a normal Monopoly, Park Lane is the second most expensive place on the Monopoly board. If you buy Portsmouth Monopoly, the equivalent of Park Lane for Portsmouth is the Cascade Shopping Centre. Yeah, I love Portsmouth, but also it's the Cascade Shopping Centre. And I don't know, Mayfair might be the Tricon, I don't know. So anyway, I'll do my proper stuff now. It's really weird for me. I stopped doing stand-up for a little bit because I went through an emotional, heartbreaking time, and I found it really hard being on stage. What happened was, I was dumped by my fiancé 8 days before our wedding. I know, it's awful, isn't it? What an awful... Is anybody married? Give me a cheer if you're married. I like that, reluctant, that's good, that makes me feel better. So I was dumped by my fiancé 8 days before my wedding, and I don't want you to feel sorry for me, I can talk about it, it's okay. He's dead now. Worked out fine. But it's it's really weird. Like, if you ever have to cancel a wedding, it's very difficult. It's a very difficult thing to do. Emotionally, it's a very difficult thing to do. And I thought the easiest way to tell people, because you don't want to have to tell everybody individually. The easiest way to tell people that your wedding is cancelled is to, unfortunately, is to put it on Facebook. And this is when I found out how much my mum hated Dean. Right, I'd put on Facebook, "Oh, I'm really sorry, the wedding's off." My mum clicked like. That's when I found out. But my mum is a sort of woman. She calls a spade a spade. Like, she's So I live in London now, and my mum lives in Fareham. She's got a little flat in Fareham. And I once rang her up, and I'd really badly burnt my tongue on some miso soup from Pret a Manger. And I know. And so it was really, really hot soup. And my mum was going, "You're talking really funny. What's the matter?" And so I've really badly burnt my tongue on some miso soup from Pret a Manger. And my mum said, "That's what you get for buying a wanker's lunch." That is my mum. Though she also, she's full of amazing advice. Like I say, when I first went to university, very, very sexually inexperienced. It was either being fingered at the Wedgwood Rooms or sobbing at the end of South Parade Pier. That was all I had. My mum said to me when I was at university, she had loads of really good bits of advice. One of the things that she said was, if your boobs slap together whilst making love, that is like a round of applause from Mother Nature. Something that she said. Another thing that she said to me, and this is I was like 25 when she told me this. She said, "Oh, Danielle, don't ever try giving a blowjob if you've got a cold. It will sound like you're drowning." My own mum told me this. I'm very really serious with though. So a friend of mine, all my friends have got kids now, and my first friend to have her first baby, so a little tiny 4-week-old baby, we go and visit my mum, and my mum says to my friend who's just had a baby, "Oh, you know when it gets a bit older, if you want to stop your child interrupting you during sex, smear the bedroom door handle with Vaseline. Those few extra seconds it takes to open the door will give you and your partner precious climax time." I know, it sounds weird, right? But as a child growing up seeing my parents getting through a lot of Vaseline, that felt like a good answer. So that's my mum anyway. And it's really, she was right to hate Dean. Dean was not a good man, he wasn't good to me. He used to, what he did for a living, he used to drive those tour trucks round that build shows for big stadium gigs, and he did the Rolling Stones, and he did take that. And his best anecdote is that he once bet Gary Barlow £5 that he couldn't staple a £5 note to his own arm. That's his best anecdote. And he did do it. My fiancé stapled a £5 note to his own arm in a bet with Gary Barlow, and Gary Barlow didn't even pay up. The tax-dodging cunt. It's worth it. So other things since becoming single, I've had some one-night stands. This is the thing that I've been doing. I've had one-night stands since Dean left me. Give me a cheer if you've had one-night stands. Yeah. Of course you have, Portsmouth. Why I'm asking. Have you had one-night stands? No. Oh, I see. You looked at her and then you said no. That's good. No, that's good. That's good. I like that. That's good. He's already given me VAT advice. It's really good. We're friends, aren't we? I've had one-night stands, and I went into these one-night stands really optimistic. I had heard the Prince song "Get Off," in which Prince has sex in 23 positions in a one-night stand, which is amazing because there are only 4 positions. And I had these one-night stands, and it got to the point where, if I met a man and I went back to his house and his duvet covers matched his pillowcase, that felt like a win for me. That was oh wow, I'm doing really well now. The sort of guy, if you meet in a bar and he'll go, "Can I buy you a drink?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'll have a gin and tonic." And he comes back with a pint of Strongbow because they're on offer. Those are the sort of guys that I was meeting. These were not. Oh my God, that was a really knowing laugh from a man. There was someone going, "That's my trick." Yeah, ladies. That's the sort of thing. One-night stands are not good. One-night stands are not. I've only ever had one really good one-night stand, and it was with a man who was 6'7" tall, and we had sex standing up. I felt like a koala bear up a telegraph pole. It was incredible. Other than that, because I feel like I've been led to believe that one-night stands are going to be really exciting, because I think the media misrepresents female sexuality. This whole like Sex and the City thing where, if you're going to have one-night stands, it's really exciting. Like if you are a woman and you read women's magazines, one of the earliest things you learn as a woman is that you learn that apparently sex is an exercise. Yeah, not the way I do it, sister. No, it's really difficult. Like, or for example, like if you ever watch a woman on a film or TV program and the woman chooses to masturbate on the film or TV program, the first thing she does on the film or TV program is that she lights a series of candles around the bed. And then maybe sprinkle some rose petals over the duvet. No woman I know has ever lit a candle before having a wank. No woman I know. Maybe nuns do it, I don't know. But what women do is we do exactly the same as men. We do some heavy flirting with the man at work who looks like Michael Fassbender, and then we flick our beans in the toilets at lunchtime. That is what women do. Because it's really hard, like, it's so politicised at the moment, like, pubic hair is very politicised at the moment. I'm 37 right, so this is the thing, right? Sex is massively overrated. It really is massively overrated. If you ever talk to someone, if you ever said to someone, what would you do with them? If you knew an asteroid was plummeting towards the Earth, what would you do with your last 10 minutes on the Earth? And so many people go, I would have sex. That's what I'd do. If I had 10 minutes left to live, I'd have sex. Now, I know I'm not going to orgasm in 10 minutes. Even without the pressure of the earth ending. Even normal sex, where a man is trying so hard and he's using his fingers and his tongue and some toys, and I don't want to say to him, you know, you've basically been rubbing my pubes for the last 7 minutes of this. I do have pubes, I'm 37. Even without that pressure, I'm not going to have an orgasm. Like, you're a guy, you can orgasm in less than 10 minutes, right? 2.5, well, that's never going to happen for me. If I've got 10 minutes left to live, what I'm going to do is watch the first 10 minutes of the one with Joey's fridge. Best 10 minutes in comedy. That was some new stuff, but it'll get there. I do think pubic hair is really political. Like, I don't know if you believe this or not. Like, as a woman, it's a very political thing having pubic hair. Like, as a woman, if you rip your hair out at the root from this part of your body, from here upwards, that is technically a mental illness. Rip it out from anywhere else, that's just good grooming. That does not seem fair as a woman. Like, there's this film called Knocked Up. It's a Judd Apatow film, and in it, Katherine Heigl has a baby. And when she's giving birth to the baby, she has no pubic hair whatsoever. One message to send out to young girls, that even if you're 9 months pregnant and you're about to give birth, you should be completely waxed downstairs. That's how bad pubic hair is. That you should have no pubic hair whilst giving birth. That's what this film Knocked Up says. Now, I've never had a baby, but I like to think at 9 months pregnant, my child would be fighting its way through pubic hair with a broadsword. That's what I want. I've never had a baby, but I sort of felt that pubic hair acts, you know those brushes at a car wash? Sort of clean the car as it's going through. I've always assumed pubic hair acted something like that. So I'm trying out some new stuff as well. Like, can I read you a little bit of my diary? Yeah. I was in a band, right? I've got a little bit of my diary, so I'm going to read out some little bits of. I was asked to write a piece of erotic fiction on the back of 50 Shades of Grey being released as a film, and this is what I wrote this, right? I hope you enjoy it. 2.5 minutes, right? I reckon 30 seconds you're going to be sliding off your seat. Fuck, you were laughing at guys doing horrible things to ladies earlier. Right. So I was this is from my diary from the 8th of February 2015. To celebrate sex movie 50 Shades of Grey being released, I've been asked to write my own piece of erotic fiction. Obviously, being this sexy myself, don't laugh, I jumped at the challenge, Annika. You're too young. I'm going to do this to you, right? Because you look really nice. What's your name, sweetheart?
Mine?
Martin?
No.
Oh, your name?
Ross.
Ross. Hi, Ross. How old are you?
20.
Oh my God. I couldn't place it. 20 or 40, I didn't know. Can I read you my sexy bit of? I feel like this isn't that sexy. I feel like this is the sort of position that Derek Jacobi would be in if he were performing Hamlet. I'm gonna go with it, right? So this is my. I wrote this for an actual magazine. This is my erotic fiction. He looked deep into both of my eyes. Not just one of them, as previous lovers had done, but both of my eyes. I knew at that moment my life would never be the same again. He took my hand and led me to his bedroom. He smelt wonderful. I inhaled deeply and asked what it was. Lynx Africa, he replied. A real man. I thought to myself. Is that what you're wearing, sweetheart?
No.
Oh, good. What are you wearing? What deodorant?
Lynx 2012.
Lynx 2012, well of course, yeah, we're all modern men, right? As I'd not expected to fall in love that evening, I was wearing a rather awkward jumpsuit. We both struggled with the buttons for ages, the anticipation making us yearn for each other even more. As he yanked the cotton down over my shoulders, he gasped in awe at my body. I've never been that proud of it, but he said it was really nice. I felt so turned on by his way with words. He grappled with my bra clasp. It was a really expensive bra though, and while I'm all for a bit of fun, I wasn't going to let him ruin it. So I said I'd do it myself, but in a really sexy way so he wasn't offended. He reached over... his friend genuinely just touched his cock. It was really touching. It was nice. He reached over with my drink and took 2 ice cubes out of the glass. Then with one in each hand, he ran them over my nipples. I tried to look turned on, but it was just a bit wet and uncomfortable. And now there was no ice cubes left in my Diet Coke at all. So it would probably go warm. And I can only drink it if it's really cold. Then he took his pants off, but left his t-shirt on. Tops, no bottoms, I said. I had never been so wet for anyone in my life. And that is my erotic fiction. No, but like in my diary, right, so this is what I've written afterwards. Still lonely. I joined Guardian Soulmates. I've got a date tomorrow with a man called Dan Barrett. His profile says he likes evenings in, watching the latest box sets. Long walks of about a mile or so. And has his own nuclear bunker for when the rapture comes. I emailed him and asked him about it, but apparently he's not expecting to get raptured himself because he is an atheist. I don't think he knows what it means. He told me he spends 15% of his income on chickpeas and toilet roll. I miss Dean. That's my diary. Right, so I've got a tiny bit of time left. I don't know if to see this or not, right, so I've plugged in my iPad. I wrote this song last year. This is a part of my Edinburgh show last year. My Edinburgh show last year was about embracing female sexuality and how it should be a thing to be enjoyed. Because, and this is mainly because, right, I'm not at all famous, but I was at ITV once, and do any of you know the comedian Dapper Laughs?
Yeah.
If you don't know him, right, he's got this catchphrase which is proper moist. And I was in the lifts at ITV, and he looked me up and down and went, proper moist. And I thought, joke's on you, mate, I'm like a bag of crisps down there. It's my favourite joke. Right, so I wrote this. So I can't really judge you as an audience, but I wrote the tiniest little anti-rape anthem. Now I can either just go now on that dapper laughs joke about my vagina, or I can perform for you a 2-minute long anti-rape anthem which has some call and response in it. Which would you prefer? Give me a cheer if you would like me to leave the stage now. You are so polite! I love it, Portsmouth. Give me a cheer if you would like an anti-rape anthem. It's ironic, because you get to get anyway. Look, that's right. It's really important to me. As a woman, it's a really... Oh, you have touched both of their cocks now, but it's all right. I like it though, because I genuinely... No, don't. Oh, no, I don't.
I'll suck his dick. I'm so
No, I don't want anybody to feel they've been put in a bad position. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sexuality a positive thing. Like, I think it's really important as a woman. I want to be able to enjoy sex. And yet at the same time, I don't want to get raped. I know, make your mind up, love. So I think it's really important to have these things. So you're all friends. You're Ross, 20. You are... Decker. That's not...
Declan, mate.
Oh, Declan, okay. Deco. That's nice, like the art.
Exactly.
And you are...
Connor.
And how do you know each other?
School.
Kisses, school... I know, do you know what I like? You're really embracing it. I think that's really good. This is the thing that I like. I have friends who are in their 20s and none of them claim to be gay or straight. It's really nice. It's very fluid. I think it's nice. You say they're gay, right? Okay. So, I'm going to do my anti-rape song for you, and I have got some badges, so if anybody afterwards would like a badge that says "Don't put your dick in me," which is the name of the song. I know you want one. We're going to have a good time. Oh my god! It's Pete. Where have you been, Pete? Now, I'm really sorry, because now everybody else in the audience feels like excluded from this lovely... It's basically an orgy. Hello, Pete. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Do you know, I think it's really... I really like the fact that 4 very young, puppy-faced men enjoy each other's company. It's really nice. No, hang on. Quiet. Are you going to join in with this song?
Yes.
Okay. You're all... I'm really sorry. Like, this is the worst thing about gigs. You talk to people and then everybody's like, oh, fuck them. It's fine. You are lovely. You've been an amazing audience. I've had a really nice time. Is anybody in from Paulsgrove? Thank God. I was a bit worried. So we're going to have a good time, aren't we? Oh, do you know my favourite thing about you, Ross, is I just noticed you haven't got any socks on. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. It's really lovely. Right, I'm going to start this fucking song. It's really distracting, guys. It's really distracting. I honestly don't know how to deal with you men, and I should. You're going to quiet down. Totally there. Hey, guys, hasn't this been an awesome night? Yeah. I'm going to make you give a fucking round of applause for Matt, who organised the whole thing. And also a round of applause for this dude who didn't let my iPad get nicked. Round of applause for him! Right, this song is 2 minutes long. It's got a really good message. You'll enjoy it. It's got jokes about Chen Evans and everything in it. If you're not certain if I want to have sex with you or not, you don't care enough to find out. Don't put your dick in me. I didn't say I'd like to fuck you. Now I've changed my mind. I don't owe you an explanation. Don't put your dick in me. I'm dressed provocatively, and you really, really want me, and your balls hurt. Don't put your dick in me. We have had sex in the past, and even though I enjoyed it then, you don't get lifetime membership to my fucking vagina. It doesn't have a chorus. It's just energy. Now I'm aware that the music isn't quite loud enough. Earlier on, I was sound engineering the gig. I can't be in 2 places at once. Look, my message isn't just for the footballers and frat boys in the audience. This goes out to everybody with a penis. Give me a cheer. Yeah! Or anybody not with a penis. Or anybody in between. It doesn't matter. If you have got... Don't put your dick where it's not invited. That's all I'm saying. And don't put your hands or mouth where they're not invited. And if you haven't got a dick... What it is like, sex isn't just about you forcing yourself on someone else. It's about a consensual, beautiful thing, like what these guys have got going on, yeah? So, we'll get into the next bit in a minute. It's really quiet. It's sort of, I'm a pig's head and I'm David Cameron. Don't put your dick in me. Right, I'm going to have a bit of call and response now. Now, I'm going to give you, as an audience, a situation, and you just have to go, don't put your dick in me. Can you do that? Yeah. But you better fucking do it, because it's pretty important, right? Just because we're married. You're a nice guy and I'm giving you signal. I've slept with 1,000 people. I'm unconscious, Chet Evans. I'm dead, Jimmy Savile. You love your mom. You bought me a trip on Virgin Galactic. I'm T-Cut in my Mazda. D-O-N-T-P-U-T-Y-O-U-R dicking me. D-O-N-T-P-U-T-Y-O-U-R dicking me. Don't put your dick in me. I'm so glad enough of you get that joke, because they don't get it. Don't put your dick in me. D-O-N-T-P-U-T-Y-O-U-R dick in me. D-O-N-T-P-U-T. Never take a drink from Bill Cosby. He's a rapist. That's a punchline. Oh, you have been so lovely, Portsmouth. I love you so much. If anybody wants to give me a lift back to St Mary's Hospital, that would be really... Not that I'm staying there, my friend lives near there. You've been so lovely, what an amazing night. Come back next month, I'm Danielle Fat Fox. Thank you very much.